For the final leg of our trip to Peru, we flew to Iquitos, the largest city in the world that is not accessible by land. You either have to fly in or take the Amazon River. And it's a pretty large city, 371,000 people. It used to be an important center for the rubber industry. Now it's one of the main starting off points for tourists going on Amazon expeditions. People get on ships and go deep into the rainforest. Our trip was only a couple days, so we only went an hour or two away from the city. Even being this close to civilization, we could see how much life there is in the Amazon basin. In this part of the rainforest, they have a more rainy season and a less rainy season. It's not really a dry season, partly because it still rains a lot, but also because there's just so much water left over from the rainy season that nothing is dry. In fact, hundreds of square miles of rainforest is flooded. It was really strange to be in the boat, brushing against Amazon-style lily pads, and then 3 feet away, there's a tree, just hanging out in the water. There were patches of muddy ground, I guess the hills. We put on boots and tromped around. We saw termites and bullet ants and different types of plants. But most of the trip was in the boat. It really was better than hiking through the tropics, though. I was excited to see the animals, but not surprised and a little bit impressed by how well they could camouflage. You could really only see them when they moved. If you want a picture of a rainforest animal, you should search Google. It was hard enough to see these animals myself, let alone get a picture. Our guide was better at it and managed to get a good picture of a frog with my camera. I mostly just tried to see what I could see, or hear what I could hear. At night, it was dark, and twice as loud as during the day. So many bugs and frogs come out at night, and you can't see any of them. It was a little scary and really showed me how much was out there, how many creatures were just beyond my flashlight's reach. One of the coolest things we got to see were river dolphins. They come in gray and pink varieties. The pink dolphins really were pink. Maybe not quite as flamboyant as a flamingo, but even if you are prepared, it still seems unexpected. We stopped at an animal rescue thing on our way back to Iquitos. It was a little strange because some of the animals were completely healthy and were maybe pets. We got a good look at a sloth, which are surprisingly difficult to see in the wild, and an anaconda tried to sniff me. I didn't let it get too close. The Amazon is really a wondrous place. The clouds are spectacular, trees and animals live even when the forest is flooded for months. Sloths are basically invisible, dolphins can be pink, bugs are weird, frogs are poisonous. Civilization is encroaching on all of these creatures, but they're still here. Forest floods move to the hills. Piranhas live in the water, develop spikes. People build a thing, grow on their stuff. Like this tarantula who lives in a potted plant. Life finds a way.